I'm back, and I want to talk about the guy, Devin, that is the couch potato at my daughter's apartment and her roommate, and he's been my roommate too. What I want to say about Devin is that he's been in our lives since 2016. He stayed with us for a little bit in 2015, and then he stayed with us in 2016. Devin is someone that I worked with in 2003 at the North End Diner. He is a mega alcoholic. He really is. He has a mega ego and mega pride. And that's not the worst part. The worst part about Devin for me and my family is that he is a spiritual judge, apparently. And he enjoys crack cocaine and hookers on the side. He truly does. And he's been on our couch getting drunk for years. He pays rent, but he really is somebody who's very, very abusive. Not just to me, but he's drunk and he's abusive to everybody in my family. I'm making this video right now because my granddaughter got her first boyfriend and he's over here, and Devin did some shit to him, and it wasn't nice. And I know it stemmed from Devin because he's a spiritual judge. I've caught him using and making alchemy hand signals at me, and I know where the hand signals come from. I know what they are. Okay? But when I caught him doing that to me, all of a sudden, my memories disappeared of him doing that to me. And I was watching a reading today, and they mentioned him. And it made me remember, because you always think about that drunk on the couch as somebody who's harmless. But when I caught him making those hand motions, that's not the only thing I caught him doing. I caught him taking freezer spells that I had put in my freezer, and it was to freeze the enemy's arrows from coming at me. I got this from Mother Mary, okay, just so you know. And I also got a few freezer spells from Hecate too. So every time I put these freezer spells in my freezer, Devin would go get these spells and throw them in the garbage and never, say anything about it, so I wouldn't know. And he's really sneaky like that. He has a silver tongue. He could talk anyone into anything, because he certainly has talked my very, very intelligent daughter into letting him stay on that couch. And he is abusive to us spiritually, and he is abusive to us here physically as well. He has been caught in the spiritual realm, and he got caught in the spiritual realm in Deja's dreams. I just freaking remembered it. And I know that me and Deja, we left on a bad note, but to be honest, there was a lot of black magic going on here, and everybody was affected by it, including me. And I'm highly protected. I really, truly am. But no, that magic, it got through, and it screwed all of us up. We all went under illusions. We were all getting cursed. We were pretty much drowning out here. And Devin was a part of this, along with Vince and Mark. Devin had, some talents. He got caught by Deja, and he was trying to get her in the dream. He was at her front door knocking, and I told Deja, you got to go outside your house anytime anybody knocks on your door. You got to go stand outside with them. If you don't know them very well or whatever, don't let them in your house. You go outside and you talk to them. Unless you know them real, real well, don't invite trouble in. So she listened to me that day, and she went outside with Devin and was like, what? And he was trying to hit on her. And he was trying to hook up with her. And she didn't let him in, so thank God for that. But this is an example of Devin screwing people over in the spirit world. Deja did come and tell me about this, but again, my mind was erased, and it was erased by Devin, because when Deja told me about this, I snapped really hard on Devin that day. And I told him I knew what he did and he better not ever do anything like that again. I don't know what all of his spiritual talents are, but I knew that he was kind of a danger to me and my family because of what kept happening. He kept instigating arguments between me and my daughter and her boyfriend, me and my granddaughter. Like, he kept instigating this shit. I'm guessing he must be a mind reader, and he can also clearly travel on the other side, astral projecting. He does wear a blinder on his eyes at night so that he can do this. I've seen my grandson, because I think that he screws with my grandkids too in their sleep. I sat there with my grandson one night praying over him because he was sitting up and he was petrified, but he wasn't awake. But he was scared and his arm was actually pointing at Devin. Devin's weird, and I'm pretty sure he got possessed because I've talked to a few people and they did say that he most likely made a deal with gluttony, and that is a real demon. And so I don't want my children and my grandchildren to suffer from this, but I've tried to get help from the police. I'm pretty sure that Devin is that 1%er of the Masons, and there's a couple other ones in this town, but I don't have anything against secret societies. But when you're Eastern Stars and you're planting yourself in my neighborhood and I can see you and I know it's you, you know. But as far as I know, I knew the other Mason that married my half-sister Lita, and he was a part of that 1%er. It's like all the ones I know are all 1%. But I'm sure it's not that way everywhere. There is a need for those types of societies when it comes to people that are being attacked because of their spiritual gifts. And those people are able to use their tools, prayers, whatever it is, to help keep these people protected, because it is a horrible, horrible tragedy that I've endured and that many, many others have endured. I'm sure that Devin spent a lot of time doing a lot of things with his phone, with a PlayStation, a PS2. He did some things so he could spy, but I'm sure he's not the only hacker. But he is a very, very dark and evil person. I couldn't get my daughter to see this to the day, and he does have that effect on quite a few people that have been exposed to him. And I'm sure Deja would tell the truth about it, because she did have that dream. As for everything else, right now I'm trying to keep these brief and just give you an idea that I know I have to tell the truth about whoever's doing what. Devin also is a bum and an alcoholic. There's no reason for him to have 2 bank accounts, and yet he does. And he doesn't want to explain any of it. So one of them, he hides money, and the other one, he lets everybody see. He plays a lot of mind games, and he does a lot of mind magic. I do view him as someone who's very dangerous because I can't get the police to help me. I have been in my room for quite a while now, and I'm doing my best to just maintain and hold my own, because I have surrendered all of this to God. But nonetheless, being trapped and no police is quite unnerving. God bless.